Welcome all. I welcome you all. Can anyone tell me what are the different types of operating system? In the last class, I have explained about batch processing system. Okay, I have explained about batch processing system. Now you tell me what is another type of operating system. What are another type of operating system that you need
Ma'am,
to
can I
study?
tell?
Ma'am,
Yes,
can I
please.
tell?
Ma'am,
No,
time sharing operating system,
Orgo race
multi-processing
is,
operating
yes.
system,
Time sharing
real-time
operating
operating
system.
system.
Okay. So, can anyone tell me time sharing operating system in detail? Or should I explain time sharing operating system just like I did batch operating system? So I think I should explain time sharing operating system. Can anyone tell me the characteristics of time sharing operating systems? What are the characteristic architectures, advantages and disadvantages? Yes, please respond quickly. Okay, so wait for a minute. I am going to share my screen and you will be able to learn the features of time sharing operating system. Wait, I'm sharing my screen. Soon I will take the attendance, maybe at the end of the class or so. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me write. Does anyone of you want to say anything about time sharing operating system? Anyone have any idea? Anyone want to share anything, or should I start? Please speak up. When you will remain silent, I will not be able to understand.
Ma'am, you should
ম্যাম
start.
কম্পিউটার রিসোর্স শেয়ার করা আমার কম্পিউটার রিসোর্স গুলো জাস্ট
That
মানে
is
কন্টিনিউয়াসলি শেয়ার হতে
a
থাকে
very layman's definition, and that is in one line. Okay.
ম্যাম a time shared operating system allows many users to share computer simultaneously.
Wait. Let me write. That is a very one-line definition. Advantages and disadvantages. The architecture. The basic concept is correct. Wait.
Okay, ma'am.
This is time sharing operating system. Now, multi-programmed or batch system provided an environment where various system resources were used effectively, but it didn't provide for user interaction with where it doesn't provide user interaction in batch processing system. We can say the greatest disadvantage of batch operating system is that it is not user, or we can say that it is not
Ma'am, user friendly.
interactive. It is not interactive. The user is not able to interact with anyone because jobs are collected in batches and then the processing is being done at the end. Maybe the similar types of jobs, they are kept in a similar batch, and then other type of jobs, they are kept in another batch. But the disadvantage remains that the user cannot interact with such system. So we needed a system where it is possible that the users are able to interact with the system. Time sharing is a logical extension of multi-programming. The CPU performs many tasks by switches and are so frequent that the user can interact with each program while it is running. Okay. Now, one important thing, time sharing, or we can say that a time shared operating system allows multiple users to share. It allows it allows to multiple users to share computers simultaneously. Okay, that the users which are involved or which are part of time sharing system, they can share the computer simultaneously. Each action or order at a time, that shared system becomes smaller. So only we can say that a little CPU time is required. Okay, a little CPU time is required for each user. As the system rapidly switches from one user to another, each user is given the impression that the entire computer system is dedicated to its use, although it is being shared among multiple users. Although the operating system is serving multiple users, but each and every user is of the illusion that the operating system is solely dedicated to that users only. That is the one of the feature or one of the important feature of time sharing operating system. Now we can say that let me scroll the screen. A time sharing operating system uses CPU scheduling and multi-programming to provide it provides the multi-programming feature. So what does it provide? A time sharing system, it allows multiple programming. To provide what? To provide concurrent and provide concurrent execution of the program. Is it okay? This is the feature of time sharing operating system. Also, here the CPU provides a short period of time attention to, or a CPU allocates a different time slot to different users. Can anyone tell me what is that time period known as? Can anyone tell me? Unmute yourself and speak up so that everyone can listen.
Ma'am, please repeat your question once again.
I said that in a time sharing operating system, each and every user is having the illusion that the system is dedicated only to that user. Okay. Now, the question is, when the time is allocated for each and every system, what is that time quantum known as? In time sharing operating system, that time quantum which is allocated to each and every process is known by a term. I want to know whether you are aware about that term or not. Anyone? If anyone is aware, they can answer. Else I will explain.
Ma'am, time slot.
Yes, it is time slot or better time slice. Okay, that means a slice of time or quantum or slot, whatever. And generally, it is typically, it is typically between 10 to 100 milliseconds. Okay, yeah, just wait for a minute.
ম্যাম আপনার কথা কিছু শোনা যাচ্ছে না, আপনার মাইক অফ।
Oh, sorry. I don't know how I have muted myself. The diagram of time, I was saying that I'm going to explain the diagram of time sharing system. Let me draw the diagram. Let me draw. Similarly, since it is time sharing, so there are multiple users. Here again, it is user. It is shown to represent just the multi-programming features. Okay, this is the diagram of time sharing system, and here the different users are in different state. For example, let me write. This one is, say, ready state. Suppose user 2 or the process which is running at the end of user 2 is in ready state. Similarly, here different processes or can be in different states. What are those states? What are the significant of those states? That all of you will study in process chapter. Okay, wait. Active state. This is active state. So this is the diagram of time sharing system where one process is in ready state and the other process is in active state. Now, since I have introduced the concept of states, I will explain the concept of states one by one. First one is, wait, here I have only, in the diagram, I have only shown two states, but there are different states, active states. Can anyone tell me, does anyone have any idea about active state? What is an active state? Does anyone have any idea? If yes, then please tell, else I will explain. Can't listen. Does anyone have any idea?
No, ma'am.
Only one or two in the classes are interacting. The rest are silent. I will ask everyone to be interactive in the class, especially the girls. I'm not receiving any answer from girls' side. So active state is when the user's program is under the control of CPU. We can say that user's program is under the control of CPU. More than one user can be in ready state at a only one program is available in this state. So we can say that, remember this is important, that only one program remains active in this state. This is the definition of active state. Now, let me tell you about ready state. In my
Ma'am, can you
diagram
please
also.
repeat the definition of active state?
Yes. Here, in time sharing system, what I have explained, I have said that each and every process will be given a time quantum. When we are talking about time quantum, we can say that the CPU allocates or divides time slices to different users, to different processes, or to different programs. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then
Okay, ma'am.
that means that CPU is, suppose there are three processes. The CPU will first, say for 2 seconds, CPU will process one, P1. Then for 3 seconds, it will process P2. Then P1 and P3 will be kept waiting. And then after 3 seconds, P3 will be in execution. And at that time, P1, P2 will keep on waiting. It means that the time slice is divided between three processes. So currently, at a particular time, the process which is being executed or is having the control of CPU is executing that process, that is known as active state. And it is important to remember that here only one program remains active in this state. Okay, it cannot happen that at one particular given time, the CPU is working or dividing its time slice on more than one process. At a particular time, only one process remains in active state. That means it has the full control of CPU. Now, ready state. Does anyone have any idea about ready state? Here we can say that user program is ready to execute, but it is waiting. So since it is ready to execute, but it is waiting. That means the user program is in waiting state. For what it is waiting for? It is waiting for its turn to get the CPU. Okay. So this is the definition of ready state. So let me take attendance quickly. I said that I will be taking the attendance. Wait, I have to again reshare. From now on, I will be taking the attendance in between class, because some students simply join, give attendance, and they leave. Everyone, please unmute themselves. I think all of you are able to view my screen. Roll number
Yes, ma'am.
61.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
61.
Yes.
Okay. 62.
Present, ma'am.
Please be quick. As soon as I tell the roll, please tell present, because it is simply wastage of time. 63.
Yes, ma'am.
64.
Present, ma'am.
65. 66.
Present, ma'am.
67.
Present, ma'am.
68. 69. 70.
Yes,
71.
ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
70 present.
Yes, ma'am.
71 present. Tatadi unmute karo nijeke. Don't waste time. 72.
Yes, ma'am.
73. 74.
Yes, ma'am.
75.
Present, ma'am.
76. 77. So I think Supriya Mandala is left, no? You should write left. 78.
Yes, ma'am.
79. 80.
Present, ma'am.
81. 82.
Yes, ma'am.
83.
Present.
84.
Yes, ma'am.
85. 86. 87. 88. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
88 is Manushi Mitra. Okay, you are present. 89.
Hi, ma'am.
89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
95. Sorry. 95. 96.
Present, ma'am.
97.
Present, ma'am.
98.
Ma'am, 93 present. Okay.
93. Shayan Kormokar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. ঠিক আছে? I'm stopping the sharing of attendance sheet. Okay. So, what I have taught you today, the time sharing system, diagram of time sharing system, the two states, active state and ready state. Now, in the next class, we will learn about the advantages and disadvantages of time sharing system, and what are the requirement of time sharing system, that we will learn. So, does anyone want to ask any question? Any question? Any doubt? Anything which you want to clear?
ম্যাম
Yes.
ম্যাম বলছি সেকেন্ড সেমিস্টারের বই কি অ্যাভেলেবেল আছে ম্যাম কলেজে?
Second semester, please get in touch with your mentor. I think you know who is your mentor. Shubhashri madam is your mentor. Get in touch with your mentor. She will be able to give the
ওকে ম্যাম,
information.
ওকে ম্যাম,
Okay.
ওকে ম্যাম।
Through CR, I think you are CR or ACR of the class, no?
নো ম্যাম,
Through CR or
our-
ACR, approach Shubhashri madam. I think Orgo
Okay,
is
ma'am.
the CR of the class. Isn't it, Orgo?
Yes,
Madam.
Yes.
No, ma'am. Shashwati. Ma'am, Orgo and Shashwati. Orgo is here. Shashwati is
Orgo
here.
ACR.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Orgo is here. Whoever, Orgo or Shashwati, anyone can contact Shubhashri madam and can ask them. So, I'm ending the class now.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.